After the disaster earlier in the year, when one of the Proton Saturn Neo Super 2000 cars was burnt to a wreck whilst leading the Pirelli Rally, it was great to see Guy Wilkes out again in a new Mellors Elliott Motorsport prepared car. This is a car in the relatively early stages of its development, and it will be great to see it when it gets right on the pace in the Intercontinental Rally Challenge. Already on the pace in the IRC, and in fact leading it as we produce this programme, is Chris Meek in the Peugeot 207 Super 2000 car, which is entered by Peugeot UK. Needless to say, Chris was one of the stars of the show, and it was great to see the little car driven so quickly around the stage. Like most people here, Chris was enjoying himself as well.
Well, it's very good. The stage here is actually quite nice. A little bit of gravel, a little bit of tarmac, and with the rain we've had, there's a bit of mud pulled out. It's very, very slippery, but it's a nice challenge. But to be honest, when the conditions are so tricky like that, it's good for the guest rides we're taking. But it makes them really appreciate what the car can do in difficult conditions, So from that aspect, it's very good. But hopefully the crowds will be here today. I think the weather's fared a bit today on the Sunday, so. No, we're looking forward to it. It should be a good day.
You're running an S2000 at the moment. In a couple of years it goes, the WRC turns to that. Is there a chance that Peugeot will go into the WRC?
I don't honestly know what way it's going to pan out. For me, I live in the short term. We just treat every rally as it comes, and you're only as good as your last result. Obviously, we've got on very well in the last couple, but we have to start thinking of a bigger picture. Maybe the championship's possible this year, but we'll know better after how these tarmac rallies go. But looking to even further down the line, World Championship going Super 2000, it has to be a good thing if we're involved in Super 2000 at the minute. Whether Peugeot will ever go up against Citroën again, I don't know, but I don't think there's anything to stop an importer like Peugeot UK running a car in the WRC. But hey, there's a lot of corners to get around between here and 2011.
And although Meek was one of the stars of the show, there is little doubt just who was the star of the 2009 Rally Show at Chatsworth, and that was Mikko Hirvonen in an M Sport Focus WRC. Many people were very privileged to get the chance of a ride with Mikko, and he seemed to be enjoying himself just as much.
It's good fun. I mean, I still love every moment when I'm behind the wheel, and there's no stress here. You can just go on stage and have some fun, and go more sideways and give something for the spectators to enjoy as well. So it's good fun.
You were fairly sideways yesterday, but how in terms of tenths, were you driving 8 tenths, 7 tenths, or?
I don't know. It's more for fun, and if this would be staged in a rally, I probably wouldn't go so much sideways, so there would be more into it then, but it doesn't matter now. So that's why it's such a good fun.
Is it nice for you to be able to relax in a situation like this?
Yeah, it is, and I also always loved old historic cars, and this is definitely a place where you see those a lot.
Yeah.
So in that respect as well, it's really good for me.
Have you been wandering around with your camera taking pictures of all the old cars?
No, I haven't really, but just to see them and hear the noise, I just love it.
And you got your old Mark II Escort. When's that going to come out?
I don't know. It looks too nice. I'm probably just going to keep it in the workshop and keep it clean all the time. But I don't know. We'll see. There's no plans really what I'm going to do with it yet, so I don't know.
Mikko Hirvonen. Wouldn't it be nice if he became world champion in 2009? As much as the weather put a dampener on things this year, there were still performances like this to put a smile on your face. Coming over from Ireland were brothers Eugene and Charlie Donnelly in their Skoda and Toyota WRC cars. This is Charlie giving his Toyota and his guest passenger a real pasting. And it was amazing to listen to the gear changes in this car, which apparently will go from first to sixth gear in a little over 3 seconds. If you needed to. Eugene had problems with the Skoda on the Saturday, but flew some parts over from Ireland so that he could run on the Sunday. And when he did, it was just as much fun to watch. As we mentioned before, Steve Perez's Vodka Kit Company was sponsoring the rally show, and Steve was one of the busiest of drivers over the weekend, giving dozens of guest rides and taking part in several of the events in his different cars. And those sitting alongside him were pretty much guaranteed an exciting ride, as he threw the Focus WRC in particular around the short Chatsworth stage. We caught up with him when he found a minute between giving rides and signing autographs. Tell us how much you're enjoying the show.
Well, I'm not enjoying the wet too much. We had a little bit of an accident yesterday on wet tyres instead of gravel tyres, because it's so slippy at the far end, and hit a bell. But there's been accidents all day yesterday. I hope today's not going to be similar, but it makes it entertaining for spectators.
You support the show, your business supports the show. Obviously it's very local to you. It must mean a lot to you now.
Yeah, we're the sponsors of the Chatsworth Rally Show, the VK here, and we've got quite a few of my cars, my Evo, my Audi, Focus. In fact, I could almost have a show on my own without all these other cars.
How many of your cars did you actually drive yesterday?
I only drove 3 of them. But,
the Audi?
Yeah, the Audi, the Focus and the Stratos, and the Stratos sounds fantastic.
Take the exhaust off.
Well, no, it's as original. Originally, the Stratos was had no silencers, so we're able to do that here because it's a closed event, and run it full open exhaust, and it sounds absolutely wonderful. I hope you got it on film.
Yeah, because one of the cameramen said to us, "God, that car's loud," and I said, "There's no noise test here, I don't think."
Yeah, that's it basically. It's interesting actually. You stand at the start, and some people are going, it's loud, and other people are going, yeah, louder, louder.
And just in case you want to hear it again, this is what it sounds like. Tell us about this car then. This is your latest rally car, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the Focus 07. This car actually won New Zealand rally, not in my hands, but Marcus Gronholm's capable hands back in 07. I bought this car at the beginning of the year. We've done about 3 or 4 events today. We've had a couple of seconds. I'm after a win, although we were fastest yesterday, I believe. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased I beat Chris Meek, and about time I beat him or something.
Now, tell us how that feels different to the 05 car that you ran in Barbados.
Yeah, see, this car doesn't have an active diff, so a mechanical diff. Whereas with the Barbados car, the diffs are controlled by computer effectively, and actually sometimes the computer kind of takes control. You got to keep your foot planted all the time. Whereas with this car, you can actually come off the throttle and play with the throttle a little bit more. In some ways, it's a little bit easy to drive, and you've got to drive this a little bit more point and squirt. That's probably why it was a little bit a few embarrassing moments yesterday, because I was trying to get it sliding for the spectators, and sometimes made a little bit of a mess of it.
Yeah, you can't have fun here. Where can you have fun? There's nothing at stake, is there?
Well, exactly. Yeah. It's a perfect day for entertaining, and it's not about sort of a result. It's about entertainment.